I got fired when I was 30, and that day, which felt like the worst thing that ever happened to me, turned out to be the beginning of everything. Bonjour, I'm Melody, and today I want to tell you the real story of how I become a photographer, because it's not the story you would expect. I came to the camera through my art director job, through ballet, through yoga, and getting fired from an ad agency. And I think the path matters more than people realize. So let me take you back. I was an art director at an agency in London, and I'll be honest, I love this job. I'm now still doing art direction and creative direction, actually for brands and boutique agency. I love it. But the hours, the politics, the feeling of making things that didn't really mean anything to me, I was a bit creatively drained. And then one day they let me go. And suddenly the thing that I've built my identity around was gone. And this is when I had to really ask myself a question that I think everyone should ask at least once in a while. If I could do anything with everything I already know and I already love, what would it be? Not starting from zero, starting from everything I've already lived. And the answer wasn't just art direction, it was also photography. But not the way other people do it, my way, with everything else I've done, woven into it. Because here's what I realized, I wasn't starting from nothing at all. I was starting from 12 years of ballet that taught me how to read a body in a fraction of a second. I was starting from years of teaching yoga that taught me how to read breath, how to feel when someone is present or performing, how to guide someone gently into a state that can't force themselves into it. And I was starting also from almost 10 years of art direction that taught me the most important skill of all, how to remove. Because a great art director doesn't add, they subtract, they strip away everything that doesn't belong until only the essential idea remains. A good brief is short, a good campaign is clean, and a good photograph has nothing in it that shouldn't be there. So when I picked up a camera for the first time with serious intent, because I've always shot, I love photo and I loved photo since a long time. But all of this really converged. And I wasn't just taking photo, it took me a while though, but then I really saw that I was directing, I was reading the room, I was reading the body, making decisions about what to keep, what to remove, before I even pressed the shot. I was really doing photography the way an art director would, the way a dancer would, the way a yoga teacher would. And it felt completely natural because it was completely mine. I call it embodied photography. And I know that sounds a bit like a fancy phrase, but it's actually so simple. It means I arrive with my whole self, really. Not just the part of me that knows about camera, but the part that understands body, the part that reads breath, the part that knows when to stop adding and start taking away. Every previous career, every so-called detour, every fail, every win, every award, it's all in every frame that I take. And here's what I want you to hear, because I think it's very important. Whatever you did before photography or before whatever creative work you do now, it is not a detour. It's your foundation. It's the thing that makes your perspective different from everyone else. Maybe you were an athlete and you understand timing. Maybe you were a musician and you understand rhythm and silence. Maybe you worked in finance and you understand structure. All of this is in your work, whether you see it or not. And the most interesting creator for me that I know are the ones who stopped apologizing for their unusual path and really start leaning into it. I spent 2 years feeling like I was in between, maybe behind. I was feeling good, but maybe just not exactly where I was supposed to be, or not assuming myself completely. But I wasn't behind, I was just arriving from a very different direction and having a unique path with so many activities and job and hours of work behind. And that direction is exactly what makes my work mine and will keep improving and changing every year. So tell me, what did you do before this? What's the skill or the experience from your own past that shows up in your creative work now, even if you've never connected the dots? I really want to know. Drop it in the comments. And voila! Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in 2 weeks in the next video.